thing we're going to talk about is previewing the Southwest Division, which consists of the Dallas Mavericks, the New Orleans Pelicans, the Houston Rockets, the Memphis Grizzlies, and the San Antonio Spurs. First team we're going to talk about the San Antonio Spurs. What do we expect from them this year?
I expect the Spurs to be very competitive. When I looked at their lineup, I think that, well, when once Devin Vassell gets back, I think it's going to be Chris Paul, Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, like you said, Jeremy Shohan, and Victor Wembanyama. And they didn't look bad at all. I like the way that they're playing. Since Chris Paul got there, you can obviously tell that ball movement was a key this offseason in the training camps because they were moving the ball a lot. That's why I think Castle had so many turnovers the first game because they put emphasis on moving the ball. But I think they're going to be highly competitive this year. Like I said in the hot takes, I think they'll make the playoffs. Um, I think Chris Paul is going to lead the league in assists this year. And I think those rookies are going to develop faster than normal because you're already with San Antonio and they have a good developmental program. But now you got Chris Paul. So I think that's going to accelerate Stephon Castle's growth. Um, it's going to accelerate Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Victor. All of them are going to get way better since Chris Paul being there.
I think the Chris Paul addition was. I think it was a good fit. Obviously, last year they had trouble at like the point guard position, and a point guard actually giving the ball to Wemby. I think Chris Paul, he's one of the best at doing that. So I think that helps, and with their defense, I think Chris Paul can still, even at basically almost 30. I think he's either 39 or 40 years old. I think he can still give you something as a defensive point guard, even though he's older. Devin Vassell, I'm high on Devin Vassell. I think he's gonna have another. I don't want to say another breakout year, but I think he's gonna give me like 20+ point games. Harrison Barnes, he's there for the mentorship. Jeremy Shohan, now that he's not the point guard, because I don't know what Greg. I know he was like trying things out, but now that he's not the point guard, he can honestly be maybe like that second type playmaker on the court, which can definitely help them. Because yes, he did run point guard last year, but that might have actually helped him on like his passing and playmaking to an extent. He ain't gonna be playmaking all the time, but I think that will help in certain stints. And Victor, I've already said I think he's gonna probably give me 25 points, 13 rebounds, still gonna be blocking at 3 blocks per game and probably 4 or 5 assists. And now he's not gonna be on minutes restriction. So go ahead.
The one thing that scares me, bro, when I was watching is them lobs Chris Paul and them was throwing to him. That's gonna scare me because
Only saw the one lob.
It's gonna scare me because if you're throwing all that lobs to him, when he come down, he might land on somebody's foot. He might come down awkward. Like that's the only thing I'm really worried about is all those lobs are gonna be thrown to him in the regular season because you can get hurt so easily like that. So easily.
Actually, because low key, that one, I think everybody saw that one, the one with Chris Paul threw it. It was like a weird type lob though. I don't know if it's how it was the camera angle, but it's like I don't know. It was like a weird type of lob. It's like he flew to the rim. He didn't dunk. It's like he flew. It's like he twerked his body around, and then at that angle, like you said, could land on somebody's foot, could fall awkwardly. So that does make a difference. And you're very high on Stephon Castle. And I think Stephon Castle, and I know you said you think Chris Paul gonna be traded, but for some reason I don't think he gets traded. And I hope he actually doesn't get traded because I think having Stephon Castle under Chris Paul for a whole year, that can up his level to being a really good player in year 2. Now, if somehow they're really bad and they trade Chris Paul, let him go, and Stephon Castle has to go out there and play, like half the season or whatever, I ain't got no problem with that. But I feel like this is kind of like a quarter NFL thing. Let the rookie just sit for a year and
and
let him just
learn.
watch after Chris Paul. Let him watch Chris Paul this whole year and see how he plays.
Only reason why I think they should move him during the middle of the season is because now you get to let Stephon Castle go out there and make his mistakes. Because if you keep Chris Paul there the entire year, next year
Mhm.
when Castle starts, like yeah, he learned in the Chris Paul, but he's still gonna make a couple of rookie mistakes because he hasn't played. He doesn't know what it's like to be a starting NBA point guard in the league until Chris Paul left. So if you move Chris Paul during the middle of the season, he's still going to get that mentorship from Chris Paul. But now it gives him the opportunity and the rope to make those mistakes and just be a rookie.
They were 22-60 last year. I think when we did their win totals, I think we both had the under. Does these preseason games move you a little bit?
Yes,
Like move
yes,
you a little bit?
yes, yes. No, I think we did they over, bro. I think we did they over.
I don't think so. I don't
We have
believe
to
it
go back
because
and look.
I
We
can go
have to
back
go
and
back and
look
look, but
now.
I definitely think they're gonna win over 22 games though. They're definitely gonna win over 22 games
They
for
can
sure,
they
for sure. They look like a competitive team. I don't see them. I don't see them. They might get 30 wins. I don't see them getting no less than 30 wins, bro.
I know I got off FanDuel. So their win total was 36.5.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah. Well, that's different. But if we went over 22, they winning. They winning
Yes.
22 games. They winning over that. They winning
I
over that.
think you don't think the Spurs are an exciting team to watch. I know you didn't say them.
Only reason why I say no is because Devin Vassell isn't there right now. I mean, with Wemby, of course, Wemby is exciting. Everyone's one of those is gonna want to see what Wemby does. But nah, I ain't really that excited for real, for real.
Is it just as like it's Wimby, then it's like, you know,
Yeah,
it's
it is
everybody
Wemby,
else.
and then
It's
yeah, it's
everybody
everybody
else.
else, bro.
I saw somebody, this was like a minute ago. Somebody said Devin Vassell is the Chris Middleton to Wimby, like Chris Middleton to Giannis and Devin Vassell to
Yeah, okay.
Wimby.
Hey, that's not bad. That's not a bad comparison. I can see that. That's not bad. That's
Hey
not a bad
man,
comparison.
I'm high on Devin Vassell. My God, I gotta try and get that man in fantasy, man.
Hey,
It's
what did
really
he hurt? Did
depending
he
on
break
you.
like
As
a
long as
bone
you
or
don't
something?
snake me and get him.
Did he break like a bone or something?
I don't know what happened. Because I think he had surgery, but they said he's still not ready. I don't know what happened to him. I ain't gonna cap.
Cause he out for what, like 2, 3 months, right?
No, well, no, I think he got it like sometime in the off season.
Okay.
If I can find it, yeah, man. As long as you don't snake me, because my draft depend on you. My
And
draft depend on you. I got to base my draft off you.
ain't Aaron like right before me?
Aaron is number 2.
Aaron number 2.
Well, in
Or is
my
that
league,
is that in my league? Aaron is right next to me.
it might be because I'm
Mm.
at 5. I know I'm at 5.
Mm.
Okay, it says Devin Vassell, he's gonna be out until November 1st, so that's like
Yeah.
a week and
Yeah,
a
like
half
a
after the
week.
regular season start.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, he gonna be back. Oh, yeah, he gonna be back
Yeah,
by the
he stress fracture in his right foot.
he gonna be yeah, he gonna be good. He gonna be good.
Yeah. All right, that is it for the San Antonio Spurs. The next team we're going to be talking about is the Houston Rockets. What do we expect from the Houston Rockets and baby Jordan Clarkson, aka Jalen Green?
Uh just like the Spurs, I think they're gonna be highly competitive too. I think the Rockets are gonna be in a lot of games this year. Because we're forgetting they getting Steven Adams back. Now I don't know if they're gonna start Steven Adams with Sengun or they're just gonna bring Steven Adams off the bench, but regardless of what they do, having Steven Adams is gonna help their defense a lot. And it's gonna help their second unit And I think, like I said, I think they're going to be in a lot of games this year. I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled out a top 6 seed, or if they. I think they're going to make the play-in/playoffs for sure, either as a 7 or 8 seed, because their team is, like I said, they're going to be highly competitive, and like they got a lot of people over there to play. They got a lot of bodies. They got a lot of good young talent. Got a great coach. Another year of team chemistry, so they should progress and get better this year. Um, uh, Hopefully, Jalen Green takes the next step and he becomes that player that the Rockets want them to become. Um, Also, did you see that they starting a Min Thompson?
I
So
think
I think it's
Fred
gonna be
was out.
Fred.
Fred
Uh,
wasn't playing. That's why. Well, yesterday's
okay.
game, Fred. I don't think Fred played, but I do remember. But there was a game he did. He did start. Let me see. They only played 2 games, and yesterday, yes, Fred didn't play last game, so it was Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Amin, Jabari, uh, and Sengun. And now the first
Mhm.
game, I don't think Fred played that game either. Okay, Fred did play. Oh, okay. So it was Fred. Okay, I don't think Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks ain't played that game.
Okay.
So
Well, never mind
then,
there. Never mind there. But yeah, I think they're gonna be highly competitive, and I think they're gonna be fighting for a playoff 7 8 seed.
all I'm gonna say is, if Jalen Green does what he did in March, my hot take might not be a hot take no more. If he can average whatever, what was it, like 20 something points in March or April? Was it April? Let me see. I'm about to look at it right now. Because
I don't know if it was at the
boy.
end of the season.
Because
Yeah, he picked up
boy.
towards the end of the season.
If he give me what he was doing then, I believe in my pick. I believe in my pick, man. Yep, it was March. In March, that man gave me 27.6 boards and 3 assists. If he could give me that, top 4 seed, Houston Rockets, baby. But no, though. I think this is it. This is the year where we see what the Rockets are gonna do. Like, are they gonna be, like you said, a top 16? And then it's gonna be, I don't think it's gonna be distractions, but Jalen Green, technically kind of in the contract year. Sengun,
Mhm.
technically in the contract year. Fred, like I said, I think this is it, but Fred is there for mentorship. He's still a good player. Dylan Brooks is an okay player. I don't think he's bad. I just think he does extra stuff. But I think he's a good 3 and D type player. Jabari Smith,
Hey, do you think they move him after this season too? Because, like I
who
said, you
Dylan
got a
Brooks?
lot of young, yeah, you got a lot of young pieces on
They,
that team that
I
need to
think,
play.
I'm not gonna lie. I think they might. Low key, because you can't. Because at some point you do gotta play like majority of your young players.
Hmm.
And I don't think Dylan Brooks is that so good that he's gonna stunt the growth. But I think he's kind of in the way. Because it's like he
No,
getting
he
all this
definitely is.
money, and it's like you ain't gonna pay this dude. I know it's different now, like people off the bench make 20 something, but it's like to them, it's like you gotta have Dylan Brooks in the starting lineup because like if you put him on the bench, it's like it was kind of a waste of money because I think he's only making like 20 a year.
Mm,
So that's really nothing. So they might, and I think a team will take that contract because it'll be 2 years left.
yeah, because like they need to play a man. They need to play Cam. They need to play Tari Eason.
Hey, Cam
Like
look
they
good,
got,
bro.
yeah, yeah. To
Cam
be,
look
if I'm
good.
being honest, Cam should have went lottery, bro. He
He
should have
should
went
have.
lottery.
What was they
He should
scared
have went
of? What
lottery.
was they saying?
I think his
Injury?
injury. His injury. The Rockets got a steal, and it's like they should not. I ain't gonna lie, he looked better than a man, and they took a man in the lottery.
Well, a man did get hurt last
I
year.
think a man's the better player overall, but like as of right now, Cam looks better than him. They gotta
Cam
find a way to
Whitmore.
play them boys though. They gotta find
Cam
a way to play
Whitmore
them.
is good. He's really good, bro.
If I
He's
if
good.
If you ask me, bro, I'll trade Jalen Green too, and I'll start Cam and man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay, so
I ain't gonna
last year,
lie to you.
remember when the Rock? I don't know if this is true, but remember last year when the Nets tried to get Jalen Green, and I think the Rockets said, or the Nets? No, I think the Rockets tried to trade them Jalen Green, and the Nets said no. If you're the Nets, would you have done it?
Yeah, yeah. Well, at that time they had what Bridges and all them, so they probably believed in
I think
Bridges.
Bridges was coming back because I think they wanted Bridges. I think I gotta go back and look at the trade.
Yeah, so it's like Bridges coming back. We believe in him, and Jalen Green's still young, and we want to be competitive and do something in the East. But I mean, I would have did it. I would have did it only because Jalen Green's young and the upside. Mikal Bridges, you already know what type of player he is now. And the Nets, they need something exciting to bring people in them seats, and that's exactly what Jalen Green is.
The thing with Jalen Green, man, them assists is killing me. 0 in game 1 and 2 in game 2. I feel like you gotta give me at least 4. At least 4, bro. I know you can
Told you, baby.
score. I know you can
More
score.
athletic Jordan Clarkson, dog.
I know you can
Trying to
score,
tell
brother.
you, bro.
No, I
Trying
know
to
you've
tell
been
you, bro.
saying it, brother. You've been saying it. You've been saying it. But come on, bro. No assists and only 2. I think you can give me 4. At least 4, bro.
How much did he drop both games?
Game 1 he dropped 21, and in game 2 he
What was his
dropped
percentages?
12.
What he shoot from the field?
3 from 12 from the field in game 2, and in game 1 he shot 7 for 14 for 21 points.
I mean,
4 from 9 for 3.
It's preseason, but that's still looking like last year's Jalen Green.
3
I
for
mean,
9
but it's
from 3
still
game 2.
preseason. It's still preseason. 3 from 2. You can't shoot 3 from 12, bro. It's the preseason, bro. Okay, like I said, that's why you gotta take the preseason with a grain of salt. Because if they have a bad performance, it's like damn. But then if they have a good performance, it's like, oh my God. But he cannot revert back to the old Jalen Green. He has to be more consistent. Like you said, them assists gotta go up, bro.
I
You
definitely
can't give
think
me
this is
0, bro. You can't give me 0. Come on now, dog.
And I mean, you've been preaching it for years. It's like, okay, I know you can score, brother, but I feel like you gotta do other stuff too. Like you gotta give me some boards, or you gotta dime. And I know Sengun and Fred gonna be having the ball
Defense.
majority of the time.
Even defense. If he was a good defender or a great defender, I wouldn't even give no fuck about the rebounds or the assists because you out there defending. But you're not even doing that.
He may go.
I
I
don't
think
know who worse, him or Jaren Jackson. I don't know who worse.
it's definitely Jaren Jackson because there is no excuse. You're 6'11" and you can't give me boards. But we'll talk about the Grizzlies and we'll talk about the Grizzlies after this. But Jalen, I feel like Jalen Green, I think he's gonna up his scoring to 20 some points because you're better than that. I think you are better than that. Their bench, I think, is really good. I think their bench, I think they might have one of the deepest teams too in the NBA, up there with Minnesota, and we talked about them earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Like
They
you
might
got Reed.
have the best bench.
You think they got the best in the
bench.
NBA? You think they got the best bench in the NBA?
They might.
The best bench in the NBA. Ooh, I got off the top of my head. I think it might be Minnesota. Okay, we just talked about it, man.
I mean, she got Shepard, Rob. I feel like they cancel each other out.
Okay.
Then you got Steven Adams and Nas Reed. If you want to say
Nas.
that's cool with me.
Nas.
Then you got Cam and Terrence Shannon.
Cam.
And then you got a man and Nikhil Alexander. Dante
better right now.
Okay, and then Tyree Eason. And who else they got? Nikhil Alexander.
I'll probably give it to Nikhil right now.
I mean, I don't know.
I might give it to Nikhil right now because the defense, like
they got a good bench too, though.
Like you got Steven Adams, Reed Shepard, Amen Thompson, Cam Whitmore, Tyree Eason. You still got Jay Sean Tate.
Jay Sean Tate. I know I'm forgetting about some people, Jay.
Jeff Green. Jeff Green be hooping. Jay Green be hooping low key, and he old too. He be
That's
hooping
what I'm
still.
saying. They got a really good bench too.
And Aaron Holiday, they got him. They still got him. And Aaron Holiday ain't bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, man. Okay, what do we expect from Jabari Smith in year 3? Because obviously this isn't the year yet to give him the contract, but going into the off season, I think they probably gonna do the same thing, wait, wait until they give him the contract. But we're in year 3 and I think he's gotten better from year 1 and year 2,
Yeah,
but
he definitely has.
what are we expecting from him? Because what would you consider him? Like the third best player on the team?
Oh,
because when you think about it, it's
hey, I ain't gonna lie, I'm real high on Cam, bro. I think Cam is damn near the third best player, bro. Cam is, bro. Every time he get in the
better than
game, he dropping
Sengun
double
or
digits.
outside of Sengun.
Nah, Sengun is the number one. Sengun is number one.
Okay,
for sure. But I mean, then if you want to say Fred number 2, but I'm not even trying to include Fred. I'm just thinking about all the young guys. Like Cam, every time Cam get in the game, bro, he damn near score double digits, bro. And that's only in like 15 minutes. 15 minutes and less. So just imagine what he doing with 30 minutes. And he was doing that as a rookie. But I think this Jabari Smith's second year under Ime Udoka, he's gonna be better defensive. What did he average last year, points wise?
He averaged 13 points, 8 rebounds last year.
I think he's gonna go up to like 15, 16, 17. I mean, that's a nice I ain't gonna say a nice jump, but I feel like that's good for him. I don't need him to be at 20 something points per game because you still got Jalen Green, you still got Fred for all that. And then you still got Sengun. So it's like when Fred leaves, or if they decide to let Jalen Green walk, then I need to see more from him offensively. But as of right now, I think he good between 15 and 17. You keep your 8 boards, and give me some more blocks. Yeah, he'll be good.
I would say, I think he needs to get to the line more. I think he's like, I'm looking now. He only attempted 2 free throws last year.
Oh yeah.
He can. I think he can easily give me 6. Damn near 8.
I need at least 5 or 6. I need at least 5 or 6 free throws.
You add that up, and you talking about 13, 15. Man, that's 20 points right there. So I feel like I think you gotta be more aggressive, because I think he's more of like stop and pop type shooter. Give me the ball at the elbow and shoot threes. And there ain't nothing wrong with that, because 3-point percentage last year went up to 36%. And I think for him, I think that's pretty good from 30% from his rookie year.
Yeah, because when he came out, they were saying he was a really great shooter. So
like
I do need in the future. I do need that 3-point percentage to be around 40, at least 39, 40. I do need that from you though, because they expecting you to be they stretch quote unquote big. So I need you to hit that 3 ball at a high clip. I need that.
I got a question. So hypothetically, they let Sengun walk. Can he be your center?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Jabari is more of a he doesn't have the handles of a 3, but he is more of a 3/4. But he's in center, no.
He said no. He said no. But the Rockets, I expect high things. I'm still sticking with my hot take for in the West. Just a hot take. You gotta remember that it's just a hot take, brother. It's just a hot take. And I'm high on Amen Thompson. I think he's gonna play really good this year. As long as he stays healthy, I think we can see something from him. All right, that is it for the Houston Rockets. The next team we're going to talk about is the Memphis Grizzlies. What do we expect from the Memphis Grizzlies this year?
Hey, it wouldn't surprise me if the Memphis Grizzlies is the best team in this division, bro. I think with Ja, that boosts their team tremendously. And now they got Zach Edey, so now they got a big body down there. Because the Grizzlies were playing really good when they had Steven Adams. So now you got now you got Zach Edey. The only thing with Zach Edey is how well is he gonna adjust to the NBA? Because if he adjusts well to the NBA and he's not messing up on defensive coverages and he's playing really good in pick and roll defense, because all they're gonna really use him for is lob threats, rebounding, affecting shots, being a big body in the rim. Like you don't really need anything from him offensively this year. You just need him to be big, play solid defense, and rebound. And if he can do that, and Josh stay healthy, and everybody else stay healthy, bro, they can make some noise in the West, bro. They can make some noise because Taylor Jenkins is a great coach, bro. So they team defense is gonna be good as it is already. And then
Yeah.
you got Marcus Smart, Desmond Bane's not a bad defender. Ja plays defense. He's not a liability. So I think they can be the best team in this division if they stay healthy. It all depends on if health and if Zach Edey adjusts as well to the NBA.
Yeah, last year was like a throwaway year because everybody got hurt. So it's like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I really don't go off that year. That was just throwaway. John Moran, you might have to put him in type of like the game changing type, like in the category. You
No,
might
he
have to put
is.
him in there. You might have to put
He
Ja
is, bro.
in that category, game changing, because we seen when he's not there, they're not a good team. They're really bad. So I feel like he's still gonna be aggressive. Obviously, one of the most athletic players, not even just guards, just players in the NBA. He's still gonna be attacking the rim. He can shoot, but I feel like his shot just has to be a little bit better. He's a good playmaker. He does all that. Desmond Bain, I know he had a really good year last year, but Ja wasn't there. How is he gonna? And he's done it before, but let's see how he adjusts back to being obviously the second option or the third. If you want to say Jaren Jackson, I'm not gonna argue that. Marcus Smart, he missed basically the whole year, so it's like I don't know, but we know Marcus Smart, defensive player of the year. That's still a small team. Not gonna lie. Well, at least in the
Yeah.
backcourt, it's still a small team. And Desmond Bain, he's a big dude. His length though is just it's not it. Cause like there's going to be times when you have to guard Kevin Durant,
Yep.
LeBron, even a Kawhi Leonard. I don't think it's gonna be enough to guard them. Maybe they might put Marcus Smart on them type of this. I'm not gonna count. That's what they might do. So let's see how that works. Zach Edey, Taylor Jenkins did say that he has the green light to shoot threes, though. He has the green
Mm,
light. And he even
okay.
said it when he was going into this was like during the draft combine. He basically talked about he was going to extend his range because he knows how the NBA is now. You basically need like a center or just a big dude to start shoot threes to help spread the floor. And I think he will start not hitting, but just start shooting threes. I can see 2 threes a game. I'm not upset at two. I think he will. But in his first game, he gave me 6 points, 7 rebounds, blocks. He gave me a block. I think he can give me two. I'm damn upset at that. If you can give me eight,
Yeah,
if you
ain't
can
bad.
give me 8 with 2 blocks, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Now, the only thing is, how many minutes is he going to play? Like, of course, in college he played all them minutes, but that's college, bro. NBA is faster. They are way fast. The game is way faster. So, how many minutes is he gonna play? Is he gonna play 30 minutes? Or is he gonna play high 20s or mid 20s? And they put Jaren Jackson at they five. He played like 25, and then they put Jaren Jackson as center for 15 minutes or something like that. So that's what I'm looking for. How many minutes Zach Edey is gonna play, and is he gonna adjust well to the NBA?
I wouldn't be shocked if he plays probably like 26 minutes per game. I
Mm.
think I feel like that's what he might because he is still a rookie. But when it comes down to it, when it's like the closing lineup, they gonna have Jaren Jackson at the center. I think
I
that's
mean,
what
depending
Taylor
on how
Jenkins.
well he shoots,
Mm-hmm.
depending on how well he shoots and how he plays defensively, they might keep him in the
Did
closing
you see
lineup.
that? Did you see that clip when Ja threw him the lob and he called it, and somebody in the comments said he looks faster,
Yeah,
and I was
I think
like,
he's been working on getting better in shape.
and they have a decent bench. And we're forgetting Gigi Jackson is out, Vince Williams is out. They were really good last
Scotty
year.
Pippen Jr.
I was
Scotty Pippen
I was
Jr.
gonna
Guys.
ask you about him. I was definitely gonna ask you. Brandon Clark comes back for a full year because he tore his Achilles. He came back late in the year. He comes back. I think he's good. He's a good player. He's a good player. And you bring back Luke Kennard, one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. So I think they got a good bench. They bench is good, but I definitely was gonna ask you about Scottie Pippen Jr. Like, is he gonna be an impact player this year, especially on the second unit?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be their backup point guard. He plays really well. He knows he's like to me he's like a better Tyus Jones offensive wise. I think Tyus Jones is a better playmaker, but offensively Scottie Pippen Jr. is better. But they're like the same type of player in my eyes. I think he'll run that second unit very well. I think he's a nice decent little point guard, especially as a backup point guard. He's decent. I fucks with him.
The first game they played, he had 12 points, 4-4 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3, 6 assists off the bench, 18
Yeah,
minutes.
he's a really great floor general, bro. Even when he was playing at Vanderbilt, he was playing really good.
Hey, guess who the Grizzlies got on their team?
Who?
Armando Bacot.
Hey, Bacot. He not bad, bro.
But you was talking about. I remember you was like, man, he ain't gonna really do nothing in the NBA because he stayed 5 years in college. Bro, he came in there with Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony been in the league for like 4 years now. Like, bro, what?
Gee, if you stay in college for 5 years, bro, like the reason why he stayed in college because he know he wasn't gonna get paid nothing in the NBA. So let me get this NIL money before I try to make it to the league. And that's exactly what he did. Because, bro, he has not improved. All his years at college, he has not improved. He has been the same player since he walked in there, bro. You telling me you couldn't add a jump shot? You couldn't lose weight? Like, come on, bro. Like, give me some. You the same player.
Hey, man.
I'm surprised he got signed.
He gonna be in the G League though, majority of the year.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I mean, in college, freshman year, 9 points, 8 boards, 12.7, 16 and 13, 15 and 10, and 14 and 10. And a block.
You telling me you couldn't give me 20 not one? You've been in college for 5 years and you couldn't give me 20 points per game not one time? And you was always considered one of the best bigs in college. You couldn't give me 20?
Hey, man. It's weird because in his last year at UNC, he only attempted 9 shots per game. 5 for 9.
You're supposed to be the best. You're supposed to be the best player on that team, bro.
And he played 30 minutes. And in college, that's basically the majority of the game. 30 minutes. That's the majority of the game.
That's the whole game. Yeah. He only taking 9 shots, bro.
Hey man, get off Bacot, man. Get off Bacot, bro. Hey. Oh man. But the Grizzlies, I think we expect them to both be like kind of. Well, I forgot where I had them. I think if I had off the top of my head, I think they might have maybe a 6 seed. But I think you had them kind of high though, like top 4 in the West, something like that. I think.
I know I had the Timberwolves up there. I had OKC up there. I had Dallas up there. I think I did. I think I might have had them at 5. I think I had them at either 5 or 6. I don't think I had them at 4, but I definitely think I had them at 5 or 6.
You were high on the Grizzlies. I think they're gonna be really good if everybody stays healthy. I think they can, like you've been saying, make some noise in the West because Josh, he's really good. He's really good, and I think he can definitely get the Grizzlies back up at the top of the West. Because we saw it. What was that one year? They was 2 in the West, 3, something like that, when they faced the Warriors in the state finals and lost. So I think he could get back up there. So yeah, I think the Grizzlies are going to be a really good team. The next team, The New Orleans Pelicans. What are we expecting from the Pelicans this year?
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Did you watch that game? They play against the Magic?
Yeah, I'm not liking the Pelicans, bro. They got because Daniel Tice as your center is not gonna cut it, bro. It's not gonna cut it. And if you having Zion at your five once Brandon Ingram come back, that's not gonna cut it. And like, bro, I'm not gonna I wouldn't be surprised, bro, if they fire Willie Green at the end of this season, bro. Because what has Willie? I mean, granted, Zion has been hurt some of them years. Willie Green has been a head coach, but other than that, what has Willie Green done? The Pelicans ain't really gotten better. Like, to be honest, now that they ain't got no center, I wouldn't be surprised if they lost a bunch. If they had a bunch of bumps and bruises at the beginning of this season. If they, I could see them having a negative record. Like, if they first 20 games, I could see them going like 9-11, or I could see them going like 8-12 or something like that, bro. Like, and once the beginning of the season, if you get off to a slow start, it's gonna be hard to make them games up during the middle and the end of the season, especially when people getting hurt. Zion, who's always injury prone, hopefully he stays healthy this year, but you can't get up to no slow start, especially with the team y'all got now.
So, in that first game, in 21 minutes, Daniel Tice gave 2 rebounds. 21 minutes. I don't know how many minutes he's going to play. And Zion in 19 minutes gave you 8 rebounds. Take it with a grain of salt. It's only one game. But if Zion can you go give me 8 rebounds, I'm kind of happy because last year he basically only gave me 6. So the big, I feel like they should have went after a big, and it's like I feel like sometimes GMs, I don't want to say I don't know, like they don't be confident or something. It's like, bro, if I know we don't have this specific position, and I know, and there are some that are out there, go get them, bro. Clint Capella is out there. Damn, Robert Williams is out there. Go after somebody, man. Forget that. Give me DeAndre Ayton. I know y'all might say y'all like him, but let's be honest, y'all probably don't. So let me go after DeAndre Ayton and see what he's for. You guys need a big. If Zion was probably at least 6'9", I think things are so different.
Yeah, he only 6'6" though.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, that's not good enough. And we've talked about it, and you talked about it a lot. Bro, when they go up against Jokic, just barbecue chicken. That's it. I don't know what they're going to do. And then, forget that, Aaron Gordon against Brandon Ingram. Like, what? Like, bro, Aaron Gordon's going to baby him. It's size that's the problem. I think the offense is definitely going to take time because I think DeJounte Murray, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if he's the legit point guard. And you said it last week, they want Zion to have the ball in his hands. And I do think they want that. If that's the case, why did we go get DeJounte Murray then? What was the point of that?
Well, DeJounte coming out of high school and in college, he was more so of a scorer. So, but since he got into the NBA and he's with San Antonio, Pop turned him into a point guard. But he's naturally a scorer. But you already got CJ and you got Brandon Ingram. Like, you got enough scores as it is. And like you said, the Pelicans play the best when Zion has the ball in his hands. So, I don't know. Like I said, Willie Green is on the hot seat, bro. He's on the hot seat this year.
Can we say they're stuck in no man's land? Can we say that?
Yes. 2 years ago, they had a chance.
You said, man, if Zion was healthy, they would have beaten the Suns in the first round.
They would have. Because they were rolling that year.
Because I did when I saw they got DeJounte Murray, I was like, okay, I do like it. They got a point guard, but now I'm looking at it. I'm at the point where what are they doing? Like, I don't know what they're doing.
You will literally, in order to make that team work, you have to flip Brandon Ingram and get a big back. And then once you flip him, then I mean, depending on what you want to do, if you want to start Trey Murphy or not, but you gotta get a big back, bro. You got to.
What if you flip CJ? And then let's say you get a big, so you have DeJounte, Brandon, Herb, Zion at the 4, and whoever the center is.
Wait, who at the 2?
You could probably Herb or Brandon, whichever one, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Then Zion 4.
Well, yeah. It depends on what CJ McCollum trade value is, though. Does he have enough trade value to trade for like a legit starting center? Maybe Robert Williams for sure, but they got so many guards over there. They're not gonna take him. It gotta be a team that got guards. Yeah, so it's like you gotta be a team that got no guards but they got bigs.
I'm calling the freaking Hawks, bro. I'm calling them. I'm sorry. Or low key, send them to Chicago.
And will they get Vucevic?
Boy,
if they send me to Chicago, I'm buying out.
I'm buying out. I was just about to say that. Give me the buyout, then I can go to whatever team I want to.
The Magic? He'd be nice on the Magic.
They don't have a big though.
I'm talking about if they do the Chicago thing and then buy out and then he go to the Magic, he'd be good on the Magic.
They will definitely probably put him on the bench though, and I have no problem with him being my 6th man. If CJ might be a better player than KCP, but KCP two-way ability just trumps everything CJ does. The only difference is the ball handling. That's it. But that two-way, that moves me more than whatever CJ does. And say he goes to the Magic. But I'm like, it's okay. And I truly believe they want to start Trey Murphy so bad, but they still got Brandon Ingram. And it's like, nobody wants Brandon Ingram. And I think when the Hawks, they said the Hawks didn't want Brandon because they didn't want to sign him to a long-term deal. And that's understandable. Brandon Ingram this past year, he don't deserve no $200 million.
No, he didn't. After the way he did in the playoffs,
he was bad in the playoffs. He was bad.
Yeah.
Forget that. In the playoffs, he was terrible. He was bad. Yeah. Bro, he was getting locked up by Lou Dort. And Lou Dort's a great defender. But he was getting locked up by Lou Dort, bro. He was bad. He was really bad.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the best bet, flip both of them. Keep DeJounte, Herb, and Zion.
If they're low-key like mid, not even a mid team, but kind of below mid, they could flip them too. Yeah. They could flip CJ and Brandon Ingram. But whatever team, is it worth trading whatever for Brandon Ingram knowing he's going to be on his last year? And it's like, do I want to do that?
The Nets? Get Claxton.
I do think I wouldn't be shocked if Claxton. Hey, that would be amazing. I'm not gonna lie, that would be amazing. I think
send Brandon Ingram over there. They'll pay Brandon Ingram. They need to use their cap space anyways. So trade Brandon Ingram and CJ over there and get Claxton and probably some other pieces. And Dory Finney-Smith.
Good 3-and-D defender. Good 3-and-D player.
Or try to get Cam Johnson to come off your bench, get some other players for them too. And then that way it still makes the Nets kind of competitive, gets people in their seats, because you'll have Ben, CJ, Brandon Ingram.
That team don't scare me still.
No, I mean, it don't, but it solves the Brooklyn Nets problem that gets people in the seats, and it solves the Pelicans problem and get a center.
Like the Pelicans, they have Jordan Hawkins. You have Trey Murphy coming off the bench. Who else? Jordan Hawkins. Jordan Hawkins. He played good. Right? He played good in that first game. He had 18 points. He played good.
Is Larry Nance still there?
No, they traded him for DeJounte. He in Atlanta. That's who they should. They should have found a way to keep him. I don't know how you could basically say, okay, we got no big. So Valanciunas leaves. Basically, Larry Nance are only big, but we got to trade him to get DeJounte. And it's like, now you have no center.
I mean, he wasn't even that big to begin with. Anyway, he was like 6'9", but Larry Nance ain't bad. He not bad.
That's what I'm saying. Or maybe Missy from the dude that was in Baylor, the rookie they got.
Yeah.
Man, they better hope he can. He comes along better during the season. Then maybe it's like we gotta play him because we need size. Like he's 6'11", 236. That's what they need, but he's just a rookie, so they not gonna play him. Well, at least start him.
Yeah.
Like the Pelicans aren't stuck in no man's land. I'm not gonna cap. But like you said, Daniel Tice, ugh. And then he don't even block shots.
Nope.
So it's like,
bro,
where's the rim protection?
Bro,
where's the rim protection?
Their paint defense is gonna be atrocious, bro. Bro, people are not gonna be scared to go to the hole on them. Yeah, you got Zion, but Zion's not. Yeah, he can jump high, but he's not really a shot. He's not known for shot blocking. So you gonna try him, and he only 6'6". So anybody that's 6'9" and up, they gonna try whoever's in that hole.
Do they play?
Ja gonna have a field day with them. Ja gonna look like he had one of them trampoline basketball rims, bro.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm putting the Pelicans in no man's land. I have no clue what they're doing, but I still think they are a good team, though. I feel like if Zion is healthy, they are still a really good team. And if Brandon Ingram comes back and plays better than what he did last year, DeJounte Murray do too. Like they got a good team. It's just that big, man. That big is just messes up everything. That messes up everything. I still think they could probably crack 40 wins, though. I think they can still get it. I think the talent is so good they can give me 40 wins. All right. The last team, the Dallas Mavericks. What do we expect from them this year?
Hey, you know one of my hot takes. I think they're gonna make it back to the finals before the Celtics. I expect the Dallas Mavericks to pick up where they left off last year. And then with the addition of Clay, I think Clay is gonna make them better. I don't like the fact that Lucas came. This is second year in a row. I think Lucas came in with like a calf injury. Yeah. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. But I like that Jason Kidd is having Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford have a battle for that starting center position. Ultimately, I think Derek Lively is gonna end up starting, and I think that's gonna make their team better defensively. Because you know how I feel about Daniel Gafford, bro. I don't think Daniel Gafford's that intelligent of a NBA player. I think his basketball IQ is kind of low. But he's a great backup big. But like I said, I expect Dallas to be one of the top teams in the West, top 4 team. I think I probably had Dallas 4 and then Memphis 5. But I think Dallas, I expect them to be a top team in the West. And I expect them to pick up where they left off.
He started Daniel Gafford in that first game. And I know it's one game, but I think that's what he's going to do. I think he's going to start Daniel Gafford and probably end it with Lively. I think that's what Jason Kidd going to do. But the Dallas Mavericks have the second best player in the NBA, Luka Doncic. I expect Luka to play the same. He's going to give me 30 points. He's going to rebound. He's low-key like their best rebounder. And it's kind of sad, but that's just how life is. He is they're not their only, but they're one of their best decision makers. Obviously, Kyrie Irving is on that team. So I think we're going to see the same Luka. Kyrie Irving, he had a really good year last year. Yes, you played bad in the finals, but that doesn't matter. You played good overall last year. You wasn't in no trouble. You stayed on your best behavior. I expect him to do the same thing. He's going to play good. He's found a home in Dallas. I don't know what to expect from PJ Washington. I think he's still going to be decent. Klay Thompson, that might be the missing piece for them to, like you said, getting back to the NBA Finals. I don't know what they're going to have him do, just stand in the corner all day or come off screens and pick and rolls and stuff. I have no clue what Jason Kidd is going to do with him. And I don't think he played in game 1, in the first game.
I think he's going to play more with the second unit. I think Klay is going to play way more with the second unit. I think what's the name? Jaden Hardy.
Yes.
Jaden Hardy. I think he's gonna play more minutes and he's gonna run a point for that second unit. But I think Clay is gonna run more with that second unit, so Clay can get more shots up and get his confidence up, and play better. That's what I think they're gonna do with Clay.
I like the Mavericks bench. I like. Well, Dante Exum is out for 3 months because he broke his wrist, and he played good for them. He played good for them, but Jaden Hardy, Maxi Kleber, Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, whoever, Dwight Powell should not see the court. He's not
At
a good
all.
player. He's not a good player. So,
I don't even know why he's still on contract.
because the Mavericks signed him to not a huge deal, but it's like a 3-year deal. It was something like that. The only thing is, I think their defense might be worse.
Yeah,
I do. I think Derrick Jones
Where's
Jr.
that?
defensive wise is better than Klay Thompson right now.
Mm.
And Klay Thompson, I still think is a good defender, but I think Derrick Jones is a better defender than Klay Thompson right now.
But they added bro from the
Najee
Pelicans.
Marshall.
Yeah, Najee Marshall. They added him.
I forgot about Najee Marshall. Yes.
Who else? They added somebody else. They replaced their defense.
Quinn Grimes.
Quentin Grimes not bad. He's not bad defensively. He's not bad defense. I mean, yeah, Derrick Jones is a better defender than Clay, but his offense was so terrible. Like, I'd rather have Clay's okay defense, but his offense versus Derrick Jones' good defense and terrible offense.
Oh yeah, I'll take that any day too. I just think, I do think Najee Marshall. I think I ain't gonna lie. I think Najee Marshall might be just a better player than Derrick Jones Jr. Because I think he's a better 3-point shooter than him. Defender wise, I think Derrick Jones got the length, but I think Najee Marshall, on ball defender, I think he's probably better than him, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think Najee Marshall is just a better player than Derrick Jones. But Klay Thompson's okay defense, Kyrie Irving. Okay, I'll come to the conclusion. I think Kyrie Irving isn't a good defender, but I think he tries enough. He's gonna try. Luka, he plays no defense whatsoever. He don't even try to play.
Chill on my white boy, man. Chill on my white boy.
I mean, that's just truthful, bro. I've never seen a stat where what was the stat? Blow by defense. Wait, I feel like they just came up with that. Never heard of a blow by defense. Never heard of a blow by defensive stat ever. Never heard of it until then.
You know you bad on defense when they came up with a stat for you. They didn't even do that for Trae Young or LaMelo Ball.
I've never heard.
And they play no D.
A blow by defense, bro. It was a bad stat too. But PJ Washington, I think he's an okay defender, but he ain't gonna lock nobody up. And Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford, they're good. I think they're rim protectors. But it's like Derrick Jones brought a lot of defense, and they're gonna miss that. But Klay Thompson, that offense, it helps every day. And if Derek Lively can hit some 3-pointers, that might change everything because he did shoot some in the finals. And do you think he'll take some this year?
Oh yeah, he's been working on it. He's been working on it. Then he even talked about it coming out of the draft. His first year, I don't think he really did it because he's a rookie and he's just trying to find his footing in the NBA. But now, he has some work in the off season, and then even doing training camp, I was watching their training camp videos. He was in shooting competitions with Luka and Kyrie, and him and Derek Lively even had a shoot. Derek Lively and Gafford had a shoot off. And then in high school, Derek Lively was taking jump shots, so he's comfortable shooting. I wouldn't be surprised, like you said, with Edie, him taking like 2 3s a game. 2-3 threes a game. I wouldn't be mad at that. I think he can hit them. And like you said, it will open up their offense way more too.
I mean, Klay Thompson opened up the offense way more now, but then if you got Derek Lively, you got 5 shooters on the court at all times. That's amazing. They played Olivier Max Prosper, the dude at Marquette. Is he going to get some tick this year, or is he going to not do anything? Because last year, I mean, his stats are he just didn't play. Let's just be honest, he didn't play.
It depends. It depends on health and because I'm assuming that they have played Nigel Marshall, over him.
Yes.
But if he's playing better than him, then because I think bro is bigger, ain't he?
Prosper.
Nigel Marshall, I think. Prosper. I think he's
6'8",
bigger than
215.
215. Yeah.
Najee Marshall is 6'7", 225.
Well, say about the same. But if he's playing better than Najee Marshall, I could see him getting more tick. But as of right now, nah, I don't really see him getting no tick for real, for real.
What are we expecting from Kyrie Irving though? The same
Same. Kyrie being
25
Kyrie.
points and go 25 points.
Yeah. Kyrie being Kyrie, bro, dog. I don't think
That's your
that's gonna
favorite
change
player.
at all.
That's your favorite player, right? Is he is he
Uh
is he your favorite player over Luca?
well, see, I have a bunch of favorite players. I don't put one above the other, but him and Luca, yeah, they my favorite players. Personally, yes, I would say I love Kyrie more than Luca, but they my favorite players. I don't really try to put one above the other.
So I was watching Pick a Side the other day. Shout out to them. They had like a little. It was kind of like a little heated debate. It was about like the Mavericks and the Thunder, and it was basically like the Mavericks got drastically better than over. Like the Thunder got drastically better, but the Mavericks kind of didn't. And I think the Mavericks got drastically better. You believe they got drastically better? Because I think they did with the addition of Klay Thompson and Najee Marshall and Quentin Grimes, and I think they got drastically better.
I wouldn't say drastically, because drastically is like taking, like, say if they was like an AC, or say if they was like a playing team and now they a top 16, like that's drastically. But I don't think the Klay Thompson trade definitely made them better, but drastically better. Nah, I'll say that Klay Thompson and Najee Marshall and all them, it made them, that move was better than OKC's move, if that makes sense. So like them getting Isaiah Hartenstein, I don't, versus them getting Clay. I think them getting Clay was better than the Hartenstein and Alex Caruso move, because even if you, I feel like the Thunder is still gonna be the same team. I feel like the Mavericks has gotten better, but the Thunder is still the same team. Like, yeah, you added Alex Caruso and Hartenstein, but for the most part, y'all still the same team in my eyes. I don't think they got any better for real, for real. I just think they're gonna be the same.
I think they got drastically better. I think these I ain't going back to the finals, but I think they can potentially go back to the Western Conference Finals. Are they the best team in the West right now? Because I know Timberwolves. We obviously they traded Cat
Yeah,
now, and
they
I
up
don't
the
think that
Timberwolves still up there.
I don't think they got weaker, but I still think they're not better than the
Yeah.
Mavericks right now.
Standing.
And we could say OKC and the Mavericks in the conference finals.
They might. They just might be the best team in the West right now. They just might.
I would still probably pick OKC, but I think they're right there. I don't think OKC clears them though. I'm gonna say that I don't think OKC clears them, but I do expect the Mavericks to be like a top 3 seed, and then Luka will finally win that MVP. I definitely expect that this year. He deserves it. He always comes in the year as the favorite, and then at the end of the year, he never wins the MVP for some apparent reason, and that's because the team ain't doing well or he's hurt. That's literally but it's majority because the team doesn't play well. Like that's literally the only reason why he doesn't win. And I feel like it just depends on your criteria. Do you like? Is it like is it just team? Is it the team success too, or is it just okay? He just out here killing. He deserves it. I feel like it just depends on what your criteria is. And I think voters, they want you to play good and they want your team to play good too. If you play great and your team is mid or weak, they're not gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just how it is. But that is it for our preview of the Southwest Division.